welcome back to Skirt Squad. So right now we are headed to go watch the movie. It's raining right now. Perfect vibe, I guess. So yeah, we're heading to watch the Pope's Exorcist right now. So yeah, she's driving, so she'll be focusing on watching the road. But anyways, wanted to hop on here to kind of show you, I mean, like, not show you, tell you
our expectations,
what we expect. So I'll go first. So my expectations is I personally think that I'm gonna like literally freak out, and I probably end up like, because we're gonna be getting like popcorn and something to drink. I feel like we're either gonna cry, at least for me, I feel like I'm gonna scream out at some point or something like that, and then also, yeah, see, like scream out and then just pretty much have like panic attacks or like freak out and have nightmares and all that, because I have very vivid nightmares. So that's my expectations of what's gonna happen, because we're gonna be to the rate we're going right now. It's Sunday. Next week Saturday we're gonna be recording, so we kind of give it ourselves in like a week to process it and tell you how, like, you know, if we're still how we're doing it mentally. So yeah, and then Maria, what do you how do you expect to act?
Probably freak out because I hate horror movies. I do not like scary movies, never have. And I have a feeling they're probably are going to make this a little bit more extreme than what it really is.
Yeah,
personally, because that's just the way Hollywood is. They make everything more extreme than what they always are. But it'll be interesting because Russell Crowe is in this movie. And the last time our family watched a movie with Russell Crowe, it was the Noah movie, and that was just terrible.
If you watched that one, you would definitely remember the rock giants in there.
That was a weird movie. That was so weird.
So we'll see. I am reading Father Amorth book and all that. I am finishing it up. So by next week I'll be done with it. And then so I'll compare this movie with what he said. And all that, so kind of more see if they were actually factual or whatnot. So we'll definitely compare the books and the movie together. But yeah, so we're on our way, almost there, about 5 minutes or so away, and then yeah, we'll do some little montage of us walking in and some and showing you the poster if they have one up. So yeah, wish us luck. I know some of you might know ahead of time, so thanks for the prayers. So we'll see you at the movie theater then. Okay, we are back again after a week after we watched the movie. So today is Saturday. We watched the movie last Sunday. Yep. So we'll tell you what our review is and how we handled everything mentally. And we're also going to be using this book here, Father Amorth, My Battle Against Satan by Father Gabriel Amorth with Elizabeth Bezing. So this is the book that I have started reading, so we're going to use that. So where do we start? Well, first of all, when we arrived there, as you can see in the footage we have, it was pretty packed, but most people were there to watch the Mario movie instead.
There wasn't a whole lot of people inside the theater to watch this movie.
Yeah, maybe there was about 20.
Well, the first thing was before the movie started. Oh my goodness.
So they said the movie started at 3, okay? But there was 20 minutes worth of what? Garbage.
Yes. I would suggest people not to go to theaters anymore,
or if you do, go there at least. So let's say the movie says like it starts at 3 o'clock, they say, yeah, go there at around maybe 5 minutes before. So like at 3:15 or so, arrive there, because then you'll definitely have more than enough time. Or just stand in the popcorn line. So we were going to get popcorn, but the line was super long and all that. We should have just stayed there because we would have had way more than enough time to wait. Because the movies that are coming out nowadays are trash.
There was a lot of
language, vulgarity.
It was bad, like
really bad. So if you do go to the movie theaters, at least for like the adult movies, because when we went and watched this other more kids movie, like we watched my other sibling and I, we went and watched Puss in Boots. That was a good movie, but the commercials in that one were good. So it was like, it was more kids. But the ones for the adult movies, if you go watch adult movies, yeah, no, ugh. It was disgusting. I literally had to keep my head down half the time and plug my ears.
It was nasty.
That didn't really start off good.
The movie, scary. I would talk about how scary it was, the rating.
The scary
I've seen worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd give it, let's see, 5 being like really scary and 1 being not so scary. I'd rate it a 2 for me.
Yeah, it wasn't like totally scary. Yeah. Like it was, but then it really wasn't.
Well, it did kind of helped out in not making it so scary, I guess, would be they had like the snippets with the kid that was possessed in there. They had like snippets of him there for like a little bit, and then they would go to like some kind of scenic thing, and then like in Rome or whatever, so it kind of broke it up. So maybe that helped, because like I didn't have any nightmares, like surprisingly. Like, normally any other movies I've watched, I've always had nightmares. So after a week after watching it and all that, like mentally and all that, we handled it pretty good actually. As for the whole movie, they definitely took
a lot of liberty to it.
Yeah, like I don't know. To me, they kind of were in a way just using Father Amorth as a name just to draw people into the movie theater. Because they're saying that depending on how well this movie goes, they're going to be making a series. You know how
about kept talking about the 200 fallen angels, and they said they're going to be, if this goes well and and there's enough decent people that went there, they're going to do like a whole series to it and finish off the 199 fallen angels.
Yeah, they said like 190. Yeah, there's 200 angels that they say, according to, wasn't this a Jewish Bible or whatever, they say that fell on the earth or whatever, and so they, I think, because like in this movie, the whole exorcism, the main exorcism, takes place in Spain at this old abbey that this mother and her children are renovating. They're from America. And so they, according to like the history and all that, they said that this church was taken over, and God was not allowed here and all that, was taken over and run over by the devils and all that. One of the demons, I guess, I forgot even what was his name, like a Solemius or something.
Yeah, I forget the name. When they did mention it, I looked up that name for that demon, and it's actually mentioned in the Jewish Bible. It's not mentioned in the Reams Bible. It's mentioned a lot in the Jewish. So there was, they were doing
a lot of liberties.
Yes.
And then, like, because I thought they would take one of Father Amorth's exorcism, like real ones, and base it, and like, do the story based on that, or maybe like do it more of his life story or something like that. They didn't. The story,
they made it sound like it was going to be about his life story.
Yeah, but it wasn't real at all. And it was more about this exorcism, which the exorcism they were talking about, it was all false. It was all made up. It wasn't even based on any kind of evidence or facts. It was just like whatever they wanted to, because they were mentioning, what was the Spanish Inquisition, was it?
Yeah.
They kept mentioning that in there too, and they were taking, I don't know, it was false information. They were just disputing, and so they were just, Father Amorth was just the name. The only thing that they got really right that I kind of liked with Father Amorth was Father Amorth was a jokester and a prankster and all that, so he would prank and all, do all that stuff. So they did get that right in there, but besides that,
they did get the things with the problems with, him having problems like with the bishops and all that.
Yeah, like Rome hating on him and all that.
That was true, so they did have that fact correct. And I did find out that the abbey that they mentioned inside the movie, I looked it up, and when they shot that movie, it wasn't even shot in Spain, like they said in the movie. It was actually shot in Ireland, and it was this castle that was located in Ireland.
Yeah, but the abbey, like it was called, what was it, San Sebastian, was it?
Yeah.
Anyways, like if you look up the name, it doesn't pop up right away. After you do some more research about it, like in Spain and all that, I guess there was this one abbey that used to be called that, but then they changed it to San Dominic Silos. I think that's what they changed it to and all that. But when I was looking up, was this haunted or whatever? Nope, nothing about it being haunted or taken over by the demons or anything like that. And so yeah, they definitely took liberties on that whole story. That was like not even a real story. And then they kept mentioning this girl Rosalie, inside, and it was like Father Amorth was having, like, in the movie they were showing him having a hard time like trying to grasp the whole situation. So in the movie they were saying about Rosalie and all that, and that she was possessed and all that, but Father Amorth didn't think she was possessed. He just thought that she was crazy and like and all that in the mind. And then she ended up like jumping off a building or whatever and killing herself. Well, that girl and all that false. Who they were basing it off of. When I was doing the research about about the directors and all that when they were trying to create the movie, they were actually talking about Emanuela Orlandi. And she was the Vatican teenager who mysteriously disappeared while returning home from a flute lesson in Rome, June 22nd, 1983. So that's who Rosalie was. Now the whole story, she was kidnapped and all that, and there's speculations what happened. They still haven't found her body, but Father Amorth told them to go look in this one area, and they would find it. They did find a body, but they haven't released if it was her or not. My speculation is that it is her, but that's who this Rosalie character in this movie was based off of, because the Emanuela Orlandi case is being reopened and all that, and I guess Pope Francis is looking into it again. So I feel like this movie was here to kind of promote that case being opened up.
Yes, and then another topic to talk about too is the age. I would probably say to watch this movie once you're maybe 18. Like if you're it depends on how well you can handle. If you've ever seen like I don't know if people, exorcisms and all that and demons, how well you can handle it. If you can't handle it, don't watch it. Yeah. If you can handle it, watch it. But I would say to watch it once you graduate high school and all that, and you're more of a younger adult. Also, there are a few scenes in there. I didn't want to forget this. Mm-hmm. There are a few scenes in here. There's a few things I did not like that they portrayed. There are better ways to portray this than what they did. But there are sections in the movie when they start showing these demons and it's showing up as women. I would just close your eyes because there was some scenes in there that was very inappropriate.
Yeah, there was nudity scenes in there. So they definitely, you can definitely, if you first come off like with here, as soon as you see that girl's face, just look away, because then they'll just end up zooming out and they'll just show you the whole,
It was terrible, and they did use a lot of there was some language in there. They used it with the demon, which Satan and all that. Because
if you ever read exorcism stories and all that, Satan does use a lot of swear words.
So there are swear words in this movie.
It was mostly
the F word, if people are wondering.
Yeah, some of them, not majority of it was not really the F word. There were some, and then the others was mostly too was the S word. So just FYI, just depending on if you're ultra sensitive with that type of stuff. But I'd recommend you reading Father Amorth's book first, though. Like this one, there's a whole bunch that you can find and all that, so you can read his book first, then watch the movie just so you know and all that. But if you recommend watching it, I don't know.
Wasn't really
that. I don't know. I really personally wouldn't really recommend watching it because most of it, majority, 99% of it was just false information, anyways.
Yeah.
So. It's kind of a big disappointment in our eyes.
Yeah.
But I'm reading also Annalise Michel, the book, and once I'm done reading that, I don't know, she'll join me, but I know I'm going to watch the Exorcism of Emily Rose, and I want to compare those two, and we can do a video on that, seeing if that movie was based on the true facts. But anyways, out of 5 stars, I'd rate the movie 2
or 3. Yeah, it wasn't like.
And what kind of made me sad too, is although they were showing it's this kid being possessed, and what do majority of the people in the movie theater do? Laugh.
Yes, even when they started swearing, and the demon was swearing, and everyone started laughing. They thought it was funny. I'm thinking, that is not funny at all. They started laughing at the dumbest parts of the movie.
Yeah, and it was the ones that were more they made you more uptight and kind of more the scarier parts. They thought it was all funny. And I'm like, if you saw this in real life, I'm sure you wouldn't think otherwise.
People even started laughing even during the time for the commercials.
Yes.
And all those really bad vulgar. They all thought it was funny. I'm thinking, that is so sad. It is not funny.
Most of the people that were going there to see it, we weren't seeing it just based on. We wanted it to be on Father Amorth. The other people that were there, they were doing it just as a horror movie, just to watch something funny.
Yeah.
So, anyways, don't really recommend watching the movie unless you absolutely want to, but
It's up to you.
yeah. But anyways, so that's our thoughts on the Pope's Exorcist movie that we watched, and we'll see you in the next video. We'll be having a video coming up too on a $200 book haul from Tan Books. So our younger sister and myself are going to be doing that video. So we'll see you.
I will not be in that video.
Yeah, no, it's almost the art book that we bought. But we'll see you guys in the next video and in the shorts too that we create. And we'll also be doing a little thing about her getting her little puppy.
We'll probably end up doing a video about, our story about picking up our puppy and how we found our breeders.
Yeah,
because we both have two opposite stories. It's kind of they're kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. Especially, I feel like mine's a lot funnier.
Yes.
The way it how it happened. But anyways,
Yes.
We'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And thank you also for the 310 subscribers too. That's just pretty crazy.
Yep.
So keep spreading the word.
Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next time, and God bless everyone.
Bye.